All right, all right, all right. Okay. 45 minutes left in this print. Really? That long? All right. Let's do this. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hedgehog Makes. My name is Austin, aka Zombie Hedgehog, and today we are going to be working on the Doron Delta. Oh dear lord. That's a thing. Joe Lambig, thank you for subscribing with Prime. So that's what that does. Hold on. Whatever. Feel free to subscribe. Thank you for the subscription. I gotta change that because, yeah, Twitch wanted me to do it. Anyway, that's very subtle. We're gonna be working on the Doron Delta today. I have belts run. It's a printer, almost. Maybe we'll get our first movement today. I don't know. We're gonna jump right into it, though. But we are also printing some stuff for the Long Island Maker Faire, including some models to display, as well as custom coasters, courtesy of K2 Kevin, the custom coaster ambassador. That's right. So, as always, this is a 3D printing and making hangout. Feel free to chat and chat, ask any questions, but most importantly, just have a good time. No boxes for me, Pex Peppers, but welcome on in. Pex Peppers, Numeric, Petty, Da Vinci, Shrimp Father, Sofa King, and Joe Lamick with the Prime. Thank you. Nick, Tink Live. Oh, my bot must be offline. Lumia stream. There we go. Happy Glendon Day! It's Glendon's birthday. Everyone wish Glendon a happy birthday, if he's even here. Yeah, he is. Oh man, I lost track. Clown Hammer, I'm a fan of delicious flavor. Lumia stream. Thanks for welcoming everyone in. Roasted fudge sauce. What the heck is a roasted fudge sauce? Oh, Fuego. What's a fudge sauce? Oh man. Alright, Twitch alerts. So I'm gonna right click on here, or double click on here, and we want control audio via Streamlabs desktop, and I'm gonna take that and like have it. Alright, someone try subscribing for me, please. So I can test out these alerts. I might need to make them like, I don't know, not that big. Try putting it like down towards the bottom. Down here, maybe. That's more reasonable. Hey, oh wow. I've lost track now. Welcome in, Shrimp Father, Pezlis, Tracy V, Wind Farm, Nick. Alright. Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna do some spamming real quick. I don't think it's a huge deal. Don't mind me just editing Twitch stuff live. Hey, Frostbite, Stream Elements. Jedi Spidey, welcome in. I think that's good. So, we need to do some stuff with the Doron. I'll go over the list of stuff, but we're going to need firmware. So here's the config for the Doron. The first thing I want to know is wiring for this. Stepper A, connect, okay, that's good. A connected to X. B connected to Z1, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to know, where to connect these different steppers. Ooh, is this for an SKR or a Mini? A Pico, good, good. That's one of the reasons why I went with a Pico, is because there's actually a config for it. So we'll take a look at that in a bit. I just want to have that up. Welcome in Daddy Wazzy, Da Vinci, how are you guys doing today? So jumping right into the models. I printed this IK3D T-Rex wall mountable bust? Head? Whatever it's called. The first layer on the Flash Forge was not perfect. And what happened was I accidentally clicked level bed, which is a mistake because the Flash Forge has no probe for homing. So it has no idea where the bed is, and essentially every time you redo that, you have to reset your Z offset. So that's kind of a bummer. So I forgot about that. I'll have to reset the Z offset using like a Testis or something. I don't have one TPU. We'll have to wait for that. But that's pretty cool. That is printed in Starlight Meteor from Polymaker, and honestly, it's a perfect color. I love it so much. Welcome in, Pink. Stream stickers, get out of here. You're not welcome here. Mad Cat, welcome in. Dyneck, welcome in as well. Dyneck, do you still, is your thing still active? Is it still in the running? Let's see, this is for the printer. I'll put that aside. For the printer. This! So I showed off this one in the Z and Z show, and I redid another one. Look at those. So this is done in Polymaker Luminous Rainbow, and I did exactly one revolution cycle, one cycle. And yeah, these are C-clamps. So you can clamp these to stuff, and it should be, you know, reasonably strong. This is done in PLA Pro, metallic. And yeah, I like this one better, personally, than this one. I don't know what it is, but I like the purple one. Actually, in chat, which one do you like better? The pink one or the yellow one? Like yellowish green, but whatever, yellow. Yellowy. Gonna stick with Dragon Burner? Yeah, Dragon Burner is awesome. I love Dragon Burner. Cannot say enough stuff. Ooh, we get lots of pink. Yeller. Okay, a couple yellers. Pink. For some reason, you have a real tough time printing PLA in the borons of any sort of quality. Ooh, that's a great topic. Because there is some consideration for printing PLA on a Voron, especially an enclosed one. You have to have the door open, that's a necessity. You have to max out your fan speed, like 100%, and you have to limit your overhang speeds significantly if you're printing with Stealth Burner. 150-15 fan mounted far away from the stuff, yeah, overhangs. Yeah, you gotta dramatically decrease that. So an Orca Slicer, bring it down to like, I don't know, 80 millimeters a second. Atrocity? Oh! Atrocity. It's not Atrocity, it's, not Atrocity. But Mjolnir, you got that one? Awesome. What's it called? It's not Atrocity. I always forget what their toolhead lineup is, and I'm gonna try one at one point. We are. Hey, Philinux. Philinux? Yeah. Archetype. There we go. Archetype. Yeah, but with Stealth Burner is bad. And I mean, all models, you gotta slow down for PLA overhangs. You need cooling. So print it hotter, which doesn't make any sense, but hotter will have better adhesion and you'll get less sag. Does that make any sense? Probably not. You know, a distinct lack of marbles. Ooh, well, I have a thing. If you click on the channel, oh no, it's not doing anything. Oh, I thought I had a thing. Oh well. I tried to enable a goal thing, but I don't think it worked out. Let's see, loyalty, that's stream moments. Viewer rewards, channel points. Oh, I gotta start it. There we go. Did that do anything? There we go, community challenge. All right, if we can get 1 million channel points, we are going to do a game of marbles. So you can contribute 2,000 per stream. Is that too much, 1 million? I have no idea. Is it? It does seem like quite a bit, doesn't it? Someone do the math for me and give me a more reasonable number. $100K? All right. Oh, I have to redo it. Do 100K. Hey, thank you, Hezliz, for the 2 bits. Look at that new emote, a little thingy. That's cool. That's much more reasonable, and I could probably turn up the alerts a little. Fun. All right, number of days, I don't care, 30, sure. You need 2 people to contribute 2,000. Oh yeah, well, that'll be easy. Easy. Easy, easy. All right. I got a bit. Easy peasy. Oh, I gotta start it. Shoot. Start. You're on your ABS ASA at 290? Oh god. That's a bit much. Unless you're going crazy speeds with cooling. That's one thing I haven't mastered yet. And actually that's my next thing that I want to show off. Is I am working on... That's right. If you saw it, you saw it. Another ukulele. So this is in the Long Island Maker Faire colors. This is their logo. And I thought that was awesome. In fact, this right here is more representative of the colors I'm using for the coasters. So the pop blue is perfect. And as you can see, yep, we are running a textured bed. So that's how I like to do my ukuleles. Looks really good, except the sides. That looks really good, nice and clean on the bamboo, as always. But the back needs some work. This is ABS, and my settings were just not good. And this one is probably the worst that I've had out of all the ukuleles. It's pretty rough. So it looks great like this, and this is usable. Definitely usable. None of my ukuleles have been perfect on the back. But yeah, I'm printing off another one right now. I changed some settings. I slowed it down significantly. So we'll see if that one comes out any better. PTG at 275. That's fine. That's fine. PTG, it needs some heat, especially Polymaker. Mistakes were made. It's not really mistakes. It's more practice, right? Right? There are no... Okay, there are printing mistakes, but it's more about experimenting. Every print you do, you have to tune your settings. That's why my zombie tune profiles are not perfect by any stretch, but they're a good starting point. Adaptive layer heights. No, it's not the last 15 layers. It's the last like half of the model. So there's a reason why I don't like adaptive layer heights. And that's because with a model with a wall, you get to see every single layer height transition. Whatever it shows for the layer height in the slicer, you'll see that on your print. And I just don't like the look of that. It's just not pleasant. So it's not for quality at all. And that's kind of what I'm aiming for, is quality. So it's kind of weird. If you're doing a model like a figurine or like this, maybe, but this has a lot of flat walls and that would show on there. So, you know, your mileage may vary. My experience in the past has been kind of not great. I don't like that community challenge up there. Gotta get rid of that. There we go. Orca Slicer. Nope, Bamboo Studio. I'm kind of weird. I love Orca Slicer. I use it for all my printers, except for the bamboos. I use Bamboo Studio because I feel like most people who are using a bamboo are also using Bamboo Studio, right? And there's no point of... is the music louder today for anyone, or is that just me? I feel like it's just me. Yeah, it is. Keep my volume around 30 when I stream. Anyway, I feel like most people use Bamboo Studio, and because of that, I want to use the slicer that most people are using, right? So yeah, I don't mind using it, and there are some cool features. I do like crosshatch. It seems like a good idea. But they are still missing some features. I had to print off a lot of these parts, all the blue, well, not all the blue ones. Some of the parts were done on the bamboo, printed in Orca Slicer, but using my special profile that just has a shrinkage factor. Instead of scaling each part up individually, actually all of it was done in Orca because I had to scale each one for ABS. Aligned rectilinear. You can play around with it in the slicer. It's just the hex ukulele. You send me a 3MF of what you think you would print it in ABS. Use Spruce Slicer for all your printers except for the Flash Forge. Actually, I have to use the Flash Forge slicer so I can send stuff remotely. I really need to use that. I haven't done it yet. But I mean, this was printed in Orca Slicer on the Flash Forge, and it's beautiful. Like, except for the first layer, it's really good. I love that printer. I really do. If only loading filament was easier. Again, you know, loading filament. But maybe we can play around with the 8-track. So 8-track is technically compatible with any Clipper-based system, and I really want to get a single auto loader for any Clipper printer going. That would be a goal of mine, so we'll do that in the future. Oh, little heads? What are these things? Don't need these. These are good for my kid to play with. I printed spaceship. Now this isn't Benny from the Lego movie, but this is the Big Brick Spaceman, and I love it. It's the first one I printed. Some oddities that I'll have to keep in mind for the next ones, but yeah, it came out pretty good. The colors are good. Great suggestion on that yellow. That is the Savannah yellow from Polymaker. That's the Polyterra. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. And the cool thing is it's all snapped together, so you can print this on any printer. There's no MMU for this. So, very cool. Savannah? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Savannah. Sa-va-von-na. Savannah. Right? What's wrong with that? So I got him up there. I got this guy right here, and I got the clamps. So those will be coming with me. I'll get the ukulele. And honestly, my table is getting pretty full. Really fast. I'm not going to have a ton of space. I'm bringing the A1 Mini. Maybe with the AMS. Depends if I get an 8-foot table. Maybe I'll bring it regardless. And if I have the space, I'll set it up. But just this printer, I'm going to bring this if it works. Wait, I'm just doing that to irritate you at this point. So a couple of models. Ooh, the speakers would be fun to bring. That's a lot though. Nice to have music going, wouldn't it? Listen to music at the event. I don't know what I signed up for noise levels, but that'd be cool to bring the speakers. Say, yeah, I 3D printed these speakers. Maybe, but again, I'm planning on 6 feet. If I get 8 feet, great, I'll have extra room. But 6 feet is the current plan. A Bluetooth speaker. I mean, technically these are Bluetooth with the amplifier, but what else am I bringing? This guy is gonna stay. It's Protopasta. I'm just bringing Polymaker because they are sponsoring me to go out there. That is an actual sponsorship, so I want to use their filament, showcase it. That's kind of the point. Printed a stand for your Soundcore speaker. Oh, nice. That's fun. And yeah, if I come up with a few more things, I'll definitely bring those as well. I have a couple of plans. Retro look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I like the little covers for speakers. Those are fun. Oh, and of course, duh. Can't forget this. This is the crown jewel of the show. 3D printed coaster with the Hedgehog Makes. Look at that. That came out just phenomenal. There's a couple of oddities because this is a 3D print and we have minimum sizes, but this is pretty damn close to their logo. It's very, very, very close. So K2 Kevin was able to make this, and I did a little bit of tweaking. And look at this. This is a really cool coaster, isn't it? So I'm printing these off on the A1 Mini. I have a bunch. I have some test prints that aren't quite right, and it doesn't really matter. Actually, most of them have the QR code, but yeah, these are really good. I'll be printing off as many of those as I can in the next couple weeks before I go. TPU coasters last forever. I've been using this Amish Ace one for who knows how long. And if I really wanted to, I could just wipe it off in the sink and it works fine. So the flat coasters, these right here, are the best. So what you do is you print it face down, so that way you get a really smooth surface, and any coffee, tea stains, they just wipe right off, or they should at least. And they last a long time. So I'm very impressed with the performance of these coasters without doing anything. And the secret sauce of these, it doesn't really show on camera, maybe it does, is the build plate. Yeah, you can see it. Here, hold it like this. See that? That texture? It's like eggshell texture. It feels kind of like leather. It's like, reminds me of leather, or like touching a painted wall, but it's more easier to say it feels like leather. It's a very good feeling coaster compared to, I don't know, like a regular, I don't know how many regular coasters around. Like a regular coaster, whatever. Even like the back of it, like that's a regular 3D printed top, but these are the dipped build plates from Sliceworks. And I'm using one on the Mini. They sent it over. At first I was kind of like, okay, this is kind of weird. You can't wash it. You can only rinse it off with hot water. It's kind of a weird plate, but it's actually really nice. I'm enjoying it, and stuff sticks really good, extremely good. Yes, the PEO sheets are great. I love them. That's what I did the ukulele on. But because I'm trying to highlight the text on here, this one is definitely the best for me. But I'll be doing some on probably the regular sheet. Maybe I can try a couple out too. That'd be cool. Yeah. But, you know, even with that one, it's very subtle. It's a subtle look. So that could be cool. We'll try it. We'll try it. I got some more filament coming. It turns out when you're making a project that involves a lot, like a vast quantity of something, and you have a lot of printers, turns out you need one spool per printer. So let's say theoretically I had one spool of every Polymaker color. Well, at most I have 1 kilogram of a single color. If I wanted to print 100 of these, I'd be stuck with one printer for all of it. There's no easy way to just like take it and split it in half without like respooling or doing some nonsense. So I had to order some additional spools so I can set, you know, these things up going on the bamboos, the other ones. Set of colors per printer, right? And that gets kind of crazy. So think about that. If you're ever needing to print farm, think ahead, buy some extra spools, but then also consider you'll have to buy extra spools. And if you only use a little bit of each, that's kind of a waste. You printed a jean pocket protector. Okay. You need a large format printer. Okay. Not sure. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. You're just trolling now. But before we begin, oh, the huge, oh yes, yeah, that's right, the huge ones. That's fun. Let's start by setting up the Big Tree Tech Pi, okay? So this is really cool. We can power it via USB, like a typical Pi, or we can power it via 24 volts. It has a little header on here, screw terminal. So that's super useful because I'll be able to just, maybe, yeah, I should be able to jack into the port here and daisy chain off of that to power the Pi without any additional power supplies, anything needed, and it's full fat 24 volts. I don't know how many amps, but it's enough to run the thing. So that's really nice about these Big Tree Tech Pis. If you're considering getting a regular Pi, just remember that this is probably going to be a little bit easier. And the only reason why I need this is because I'm running a Pico board. So let me bring this over here. Let's do a little bit of prep before we dive into the recording, which I haven't published any yet. I still have to do some editing. They got kind of messed up in the recording. The audio was desynced and I don't know how to fix it, so I gotta mess around with that. So yeah, this is the Pico, and I have little standoffs on there. So that goes on like that. Pretty cool. We'll have to do most of the wiring on the board first, and then screw this in onto the top. It's kind of weird because these are M3 standoffs, but this is not an M3 hole. So this is kind of not ideal, but we'll leave it there. Holes don't line up with a regular Pi. Holes don't line up. They don't? They should. The Big Tree Tech Pi does. Right? That all lines up. Does it? Does it not on one side? Are you right? Or am I going crazy? Is it not quite right? Well, it's not, is it? So that's kind of weird. Oh, okay. The stock one is a square pattern, this one isn't. Huh. Oh, just one hole? That's fine. I can deal with one hole not being lined up. Yeah, so it's this one right here that isn't lined up. So I'll just take off the standoff. Unscrew that. These are on kind of tight anyway. You like that they have GPO color or pins color coded? Yeah, it's a really well done unit for their first attempt. The Pi 2 is going to be so much better. So whenever they release the second version, if it's released, or when it's released. If it's already released, I'm not sure. But that will be even better. So that'll screw in like that, and I'll be fine. Thanks for letting me know before we get going. Any other oddities I'll have to know of running this setup? Because we're pretty much ready to go. We're not going to get this fully done today, most likely. But I want to get quite a bit. True Tech always has one strange issue. Yep. But good reason for that. And this is something that not a lot of people think of. Big Tree Tech could make phenomenal boards. Duet makes phenomenal boards from what I know. They make boards that just kind of work. Like you get a Duet board and it works great. But they also cost 3 times as much. So Big Tree Tech could be in that premium point, but they're not. They're in the affordability point. And I think that's okay. There's a good reason to have cheap boards. Big Tree Tech also does have some of the premium boards, but for the most part, I don't know. I like to think that they are they're making affordable stuff. Manta MAP had CAN bus DOA. Yeah, right? Now we're on 2, which is completely different than the other ones, which is fine. You know, they're revising their stuff. It's never gonna be perfect. And they'll work with you if you have any issues. That's not that big of a deal. So, because we're running this Pi, I'm gonna get this flashed now. I'm gonna find a SD card. I don't have one. Let's see. This one is back over here. So we're gonna use a 32 gig little micro SD card, and we're gonna flash this with the latest version of their OS. And we already have the config for this printer. So the process is going to be flash the Pi, make sure that works, make sure we can connect to the, internet, the local network. And then we're gonna finish up the wiring for the door on. Not the full wiring. I'm gonna leave the tool head as is for now. We don't need anything on the tool head to check and see if it homes. So the goal of today's stream is gonna be to home the printer. That's it, just homing it. So I have my little SD card here. I should have a card reader around. Yeah, this LDO one's nice. Hey, Pinot. What? I'm saying that wrong. Pino? What's your preferred pronunciation of your name? We do this every stream. Every stream. Hey, Tugboat. I can pronounce your name. And I'm very excited, very, very excited for the Doron, because we're getting our armored turtle, the mad lad behind the 8-track system, is going to be sending me panels for this, which is awesome because I didn't know how I was going to source them, because you have to, they're custom. So I'll be excited to see if they fit and how they look and how much build volume we lose. Pinol Joe. Is that good? Pinol Joe? What extruder did you pick? We're using Nathan's Proto Extruder 2. I built this previously. One has a special surprise. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. That's dangerous. Yes? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Pinol Joe. I gotta say that a bunch of times. Am I building a rook? Yes. I am building a rook. I'm not sure if it's going to be in time for this event, next event, but I am building a Rook 2020. It's on the floor there, and that's going to be super exciting. And in your name is silent ick ick. Get out of here, ick ick. Spider-Man themed rook. Sure, whatever Marvel character. Every single Marvel character is red, white, and blue, aren't they? Like every single one of them. It's funny. And even DC, like red, white, and blue. It's all the super printer. We'll call it that. Let me search Big Tree Tech Pi. Go to their GitHub. Whoops. Hey, Andre, how's it going? So, the CB1. Big Tree Tech Pi version 1.2 fan pin connection? What is this? Oh. Fan pin? PG19 is definitely a GPIO pin. It's definitely a GPIO pin. User manual, Big Tree Tech mentions pin PG19 for 5-volt fan board, but that's not right. This is Big Tree Tech's GitHub. What do you mean Big Tree Tech mentions what? Temperature fan Raspberry Pi. Okay, so this is a way to add a fan onto your Pi and control it via clipper. Okay, interesting. It's interesting that they're calling out an error in their own manual. Oh man, unless they've already updated it. All right, but we need the CB1 OS. The latest system image is here. Password is BQBQ. So we're gonna download the Clipper. We want Clipper, and then the 1 point whatever gigabyte version. So we need that right there. So all we're gonna do is we are going to take that file, drop it on the SD card, and then power up the we need to edit the files on there. Let's see. We need to edit the file. So we'll have to go into the system config and then write in the our SSID and password just so we can get a connection here. So I do believe, I never know this. Oh, okay, yeah, so you do put it in between the quotes. Perfect. Bringing chaos. Oh, yeah, you guys are always bringing chaos. So I'm not gonna show you my password because, yeah. But I'm gonna take the image and put it onto my Pi. I just want to make sure it works before we go forward, because I don't like troubleshooting as much on the recorded streams, because I want to keep the content kind of to the point, right? Just kind of go through and do the whole thing. That's the whole point of YouTube, is not this squirrely stream. The stream is great. I love this thing. I love this, all of this. But YouTube is its own beast, and you got to treat it a little bit differently. So I like to kind of focus a little bit more than normal when we do the YouTube recordings. So I'll have probably a total of 3 on this right here. Has Liz giveaway? Message me on Twitch, kind of saying. I got a couple things to process still. So you are on my list. On my list. So how we're gonna power this Pi? I think we can power it with USB, right? We can just power it with USB. Probably like an actual charger. Here, I'll I'll use my high-powered charger, and I think that works, right? We can just plug it in. I'm a Pi noob. Yeah, it's usually a good thing to be on my list, because I don't have any bad people on my list. I like everyone. What color's on the Doron? That's a great question. So we're running West 3D's Midnight Meteorite, which is a beautiful dark purpley blue color, and Polymaker's Galaxy Blue. They're both ASAs. They both have a very similar galaxy effect, which is why I went for it. It almost looks continuous when you look at the galaxy. It's awesome. Charger work for flashing? Okay. Yeah, just flashing, make sure it works. So... Oh, what am I doing? Why am I... Shoot. I forget how to how to write a file on here. We don't just throw it on there, do we? No, we have to... Wait, do we? That's the image.xy. We have to use... Okay, yeah. I usually use the Raspberry Pi thingy. What is it? Raspberry Pi Imager. I completely forgot. See, this is why I do this stuff before I record, because yeah. Let's see. So we're gonna load. Choose device. Choose device. I don't know. I don't know what device to choose. Should I even use this anymore? Just choose OS. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So use custom. Oh god. That's right. It's like scroll for it. I gotta scroll for it. Oh jeez. This is everything I've ever downloaded. Oh my god. I gotta go through these and delete half of this stuff. Hey, there's Archetype. That's funny. Oh man. Alright. Debian 30 319. 319. 2024. Oh, this is my first 2024 image. Nice. They finally updated their image. Then choose storage, mask generic. Great. Clear settings. I'm not going to write any settings to it. I'm going to edit the file once it's done. ASA. Yes, this is all ASA. So the West 3D color, Midnight Meteorite is my ASA, and the Galaxy Blue, Red, and Green from Polymaker are all ASA, where the Galaxy Dark Gray, Purple, what are the other colors? Teal, and there's one more I'm missing. Those are all in ABS. No, I got you, clown. I got you. So it's going to be a few minutes. Well, that goes in. Let's see, what else can I prep? Let's get the what. I could just build the whole thing, but I'm not going to get the extruder set up yet. We'll focus on that after. I just want to focus on the initial setup, making sure that the bare minimum is working. So let's get the motors wired. Now, can you tell me which one of these is A, B, and C? Is it A, B, and C? So A, B, C? Is it like a trident? Or not trident, I guess kind of like a trident. Usually starts in this corner over here and works its way around counterclockwise. Okay. What does that mean? I don't know which motor is A, B, and C on a Delta. I have no idea. I can Google it. Delta motor. XYZ starts front left, Start front left goes counterclockwise. Okay, yeah, yeah. So just like a 2.4, all of the vorons. Good. Going for a bit. All right, Dynek, have a good time. Oh, before I go, I did want to post your link. I think this is awesome. So Dynek has made a okay, a little bit backstory. Polymaker has the TikTok challenges, and they encourage users like you, if you're listening, to make a short form content video to post onto Polymaker's TikTok. And whether you like TikTok or not, you can win filament depending on how many likes you have. So I'm very impressed. Mark H, thank you for the 15 months. Thank you. Okay, I like these alerts. They're kind of fun. Yeah, you don't need TikTok to enter. So you make a video, and fun video. Always make sure to put a like or a heart at the end to make sure people are liking it. Don't forget that step. Otherwise, people are just going to scroll right through it. But yeah, check out that video. That's a very well done video. I'm very impressed with that. It's kind of fun. So go give it a like if you haven't already. And yeah, oh yeah, if you don't have a like, no one's going to like anything. You have to tell people. There's a reason why every YouTube video says like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, because no one's gonna just like a video unless they like it. So that could be a good tip for the future. Yeah, go give that a like and watch. I think it's fun. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, looks like we are almost done writing. SD cards take 10 years to write. Let me go to the config. So it says that, looking at the Clipper config, stepper A is connected to X. So this is our A motor. It's ABC for a delta. So A is connected to X. So I'm going to do that. On this board, it goes X, Y, Z, E. More than likely. I hope it does. So this is our X. Stepper B is connected to Z1. So we're going to skip our Y and go right to the Z. Oh, wait a minute, what? Excuse me, what? What is this? LDO? Did they revise these boards? This is a new board. It's a new board, and I'm wondering, did LDO help revise them? I'm not sure. It's a version 1.0, made in 2023. Huh. Limited edition? I don't know. Has anyone else bought a Pico? Because these are for, they're technically for V0s. Special release? I don't know. As no one... I'm gonna take a picture of that before I get it assembled. Because I don't know. Hey Nathan, hey, you know things. Is there normally an LDO badge on the Pico board? I got a generic Pico off of Amazon, and it has like a little LDO X Big Tree Tech on there. I did check all the pins, and it seems good. Hey, welcome in, Ozzy. Maybe got one made for the V0 kit. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It was brand new. So, did I? That's kind of fun. Because technically this is a LDO-ish printer. So, got speedy powers. That's fun. Oh, wait a minute. Did I put the right motor in? Yes, I did. Okay. All right. Yours does not have that. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jason. You didn't do anything, but thank you. All right, this is stepper B. We need to go to Z1. So you said it goes E. Oh, does it go E, X, Y, Z? Oh, God. Okay, thank you. So E, X, Y, Z. Yours doesn't have LDO. I got a special one. Wow, I'm special. Look at me. And then C goes to stepper Y. So I have them in the middle 3 ports right now. Does that sound right? And the first one is the extruder. Oh, this is jank. This wiring is a little long. Maybe I'll do custom wiring for it, but I didn't feel like it because, yeah. Doesn't have LTO? Weird. I'm gonna message Jason actually. That threw me off. Like LDO. What is this? All right. Streamer LTO. It's not streamer. I got it off of Amazon. I literally just bought it when I realized I needed one. Moto Freak, come on in. Cool. Extra QC. I mean, that's not a bad thing that it says LDO. It's really not. Oh, cool. So speaking of LDO, for my extruder, we're using a Moons motor because that's the one that I had. I don't know, maybe I'll switch to LDO. Maybe. But this is a random extruder I found on the internet. Not gonna give any credit to this because why would I? Actually, I made this. This is my design. Yeah, my design. Just kidding. This is Nathan's NH2's Proto Extruder 2.0. Hey, actually, let's see if it mounts. Does it mount? Yes, it looks like it lines up. This is an oversized bracket for freaking extruder. Damn. So that goes in the side here. I don't like how it goes. The Bowden tube goes like up and out. Wouldn't it make more sense to put the extruder like here? Like on the top, right? Feeding down? Like why is it on the outside when it could be literally right here? Maybe it can't. I don't know. Accidentally made too many heat sinks for LDO. Maybe. Maybe. All right, so that's definitely flashed by now. So we got to go into the settings of the Pi, which I got to unplug, plug back in. Extruder looks weird. Yeah, it's a weird extruder. Actively working and moving the extruder. Oh, really? Are they? Is that true? I don't even know what version. This is version 19 of the printer beta. That's what it is. I'm sticking. All of it is gonna be 19. We can edit it in the future. I might reprint some of the parts. Who knows? But it'll be fun as is. It's mostly just a fun printer to play around with. Honestly, I'd like to have a direct drive version. That's my goal. Yeah, it's Bowden. It's Bowden. It's a long Bowden. So that'll be interesting. All right, system config. Let me edit this. Put my username, my password. All right, Wi-Fi SSID. And password. Ginger1234. Go. Kits are coming. Really? If they're doing kits, they need to make these panel things a lot more user-friendly. $50 people? What's 50 people? Only 50 people like this stream? Hit that like button! Hit it! Hit that like button. Twirling effect on the Bowden setup. Twirling teeth has effect. If the twirling teeth? I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna be really clean. I'll tell you that. Bowden print's super clean. For marble, you need 50 peeps. Is that it? 50 times 2,000? Is that right? Yeah, I guess so. Makes sense. I'm not looking to do it every stream. I'm not doing it today. It's a fun incentive. Alright, I'm gonna make a host name too. Doron Velta. Always set a host name. Oh my god. It's so much easier to do a host name in time zone. Oh, I never remember the time zone for New York. Shoot, I'll get that. Math is trash. My math is trash? I didn't say I was doing marbles today. When did I say that? I just want to be more realistic. I think 1 million is probably a bit too much. There's 22k raised already. Wow, that's getting there. Twirling tends to twist the filament. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Huh. New York. What is it called? High time zone. I don't care what time it is in New York City. I'm just gonna type the thing. I'm gonna type the thing. List time zones. There we go. Online to time display. Here we go. America/New York. That's what I use. There it is. Just America/New_York. Great. Love it. All right. America, New York. Get that. Not a Big Tree Tech thing, or not a pie. And save. Close out of that. And now we're good to flash. So hopefully, if all goes well, we'll see this pop up. And we'll be good. Welcome in TechnoSide. How are you doing today?